Okay, so let's get down to business. A bunch of new things, a bunch of new topics to cover. We've got a lot of NFL developing news, of course, MLB. We've got baseball continuing on throughout the summer. It is mid-August now, which means that the season part of me it's nearing its end. We can see about 40 or so games left for the baseball regular season until we get into the playoffs. A lot of teams just trying to find their footing, making waves are some teams because of the trade deadline, and we're seeing that the impact of a lot of players having their way. Latest Blue Jay news is Bo Bichette is expected to come back on Friday. Hopefully that's the case because I really like for him to come back. We need the offense. It's been a struggle without him. And so now we're looking at Jordan Romano coming back, that bullpen getting nice and strong, nice and healthy. Alek Manoah being sent down to the minors. Very disappointing, but hey, Hyun-Jin Ryu has filled in nicely, and he's been able to get a lot of things done. That's been extremely helpful, so the Blue Jays are rolling. Kikuchi with a nice outing today. Cleaning up with the Phillies, hopefully take care of that series as well. So, Blue Jays rolling. Things are going well. Whit Merrifield obviously playing some spectacular ball, hitting super well. We've been getting a lot of help from guys like Kirk and Biggio as well. Espinal been filling in there, DeYoung as well at shortstop. But I think things are going really well. Just kind of gotta fill that void of Bichette not getting hits, not getting guys on base, and of course the Yankees as well in that American League East. Things are getting very, very tight, very, very, very quickly. We're seeing Houston, Seattle surging. Seattle was on a 7-8 game heater, something like that. Cooled down after that loss series against Baltimore. Seattle is trying to get up there. The Yankees cannot seem to win. The Angels cannot seem to win either. So it's looking great for the Blue Jays. They just have to battle it out with Tampa Bay, Houston, and Seattle. You know, how hard could that be? Coming down the stretch, obviously, very important, very exciting news. So let's get into it in the NFL. Dalvin Cook going to the New York Jets. I'm sure a lot of people were expecting, Miami, New Orleans, the Patriots. Patriots decide to go with Ezekiel Elliott. This is before Dalvin Cook, or was it after? They happened very, very quickly within the same day on Monday. So Dalvin Cook now with the Jets, Ezekiel Elliott with the Patriots. This is really just mixing it up within the AFC East. I don't think a whole lot of teams in the AFC are concerned with this, but they are. If they're going to have to play them in their schedule, then that's going to be concerning for them, as well as just almost like the wild card format. That's what this is turning into. It is turning into, okay, are the Jets going to be the division leaders? Are they going to finish atop of the AFC East? Very much not likely, because they have to go up against Miami and Buffalo. And then New England's in the mix as well. They're always trying to get into the playoffs, but now it's just a matter of who are the second best teams in each division, and are they going to be able to take care of business in the wild card situation? Because I don't think that they're better than the Bills. Bringing in Dalvin Cook, I just don't think they are. I don't think that there's enough to concern myself with them. If I'm the Bills, you guys know me. You know that I like teams that have been together for a long period of time. And that is very, very important. You cannot just throw a bunch of players together and expect in less than 12 months they go all the way to the end and they win the championship. That transcends leagues. That transcends sports, okay? That is transferable to hockey, to basketball, to baseball, okay? You have to work together as a team, because a lot of the times the coaching and the chemistry and all of the different personalities and egos, they all have to mix together, not just the offensive stats. And that is extremely important in a situation like the New York Jets find themselves in. They've got all the star power in the running back position. We're seeing Aaron Rodgers getting it together with his offensive tools that he now has to work with, some familiar faces in Alan Lazard. But on top of that, him getting Garrett Wilson involved, and obviously all of the pass catchers that are now coming out of the backfield, because every single one of them is a dynamic running back. So now we've got all of that chemistry issues, and that's just to say, that's just purely for offensive sake. How good is this offensive line? I'm definitely taking Buffalo's offensive line. I don't even know, maybe even the Patriots, because how much we know Belichick is, he focuses a lot more on the entire aspect of the game, not just having a superstar quarterback and a superstar wide receiver. You can bet that Belichick is not going to be fooled by just a simple 1-2 punch, because of all the different players, all the different components that are involved in playing and winning a game in the NFL. So, with that said, it's very important to me to look at where the Jets are now as they are setting themselves up. Okay, Dalvin Cook, take care of the running back game a little while before Breece Hall comes back, so that when he does, coming off of this horrendous, by the way, injury, meniscus, ACL, the worst combination, end of October, beginning of November last year. So you cannot expect him to be at 100%, which is exactly where the Jets want him to be by January and February. So Dalvin Cook is going to do a lot of the load in the beginning. So I'm not concerned about the Jets, because obviously it makes total sense now. You don't have to bring back Breece Hall for week 1, but they probably will, because if he's healthy and he wants to play, I'm sure he's very restless. He's very anxious. So now we've got Ezekiel Elliott on the Patriots. The Patriots are just not a threat. Okay, they're not a big deal to me. I'm not concerning myself with them if I'm the Jets. Zeke is a great player, but he doesn't now elevate the team. Same with Juju Smith-Schuster. It's a very nice parallel that we can draw here, except he's in the wide receiver core. And that is the same situation. You're adding him, but you're not necessarily making it now an elite level of offense. Especially, I do not trust for a second the consistency of Mac Jones, or even seeing him in the quarterback starting position in January. So now we've got to focus on how, if the Patriots are even going to be in the playoffs, because the Jets shouldn't be concerned about that. Buffalo probably is concerned about the Jets, because they're like, oh, this guy's got Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall's coming back from injury, Garrett Wilson's in his second year, and now they just added Dalvin Cook, who is still exceptional running back. He's going to be making up to $8.6 million, and he's been averaging about 1,300 rushing yards in the last few years, coming off of 4 straight Pro Bowls. So lots to concern ourselves with. But the thing about Buffalo, man, they just make it look so easy, and that is exactly what I'm expecting to happen again this year. But I don't want to be talking about January and February now. We're just looking at this from a distance, from a glance, reacting to these 2 new trades. So it's exciting stuff, absolutely. And we're going to get into a whole lot more as the weeks come along, because we're getting close to football, and it's exciting. It's awesome.